Hey there, this is Dr. Miller, and today I want to share with you some stuff about Flickr, which is my favorite online photo repository. It's actually kind of a social media thing too, so you can have contacts and groups and things like that. But first off, if you're not already a Flickr member, then you would sign up right here for Flickr. Now, if you already are, then you can sign in right here. Flickr is actually owned by Yahoo, so if you are a Yahoo Mail customer, for example, you'll see up here at the top this bar that represents some of the different features of Yahoo, and one of them is, in fact, Flickr. So if you're doing Yahoo, then you're already kind of wired into the Flickr system. I'm already a member. I'm going to sign in, and I will be taken to the page that is my start page. And what Flickr does now, and this is fairly recent, is they show you some things from some of your contacts as the thing that you'll see up here first. So that's that. But I want to get to me, so I'm going to click right here on what they call the photo stream. And the photo stream is all the photos that you have uploaded. Now, when you get involved with Flickr, you'll see that there are some things you can do to kind of customize yourself. For example, like Facebook, you can have an icon over here with a photo of yourself. You can use different names. You can have a nickname or something here if you want, or a screen name. And over on this side, you could actually change the cover photo. And again, this is sort of like Facebook, the idea that you create your own banner. So this is my current cover right here for Flickr. Now, it also tells you when you joined, and I've been a Flickr member since 2006, which gets back there a pretty good ways, and how many photographs you have on Flickr, which is a lot for me. I'm almost 23,000 photos right now. Now, what you see down here are the most recent uploads. Now, these are photos that I recently uploaded without doing any editing or manipulation on them. I recently took a trip to Seattle, Washington, and I shot a lot of photos up there because one of the things I'll try to emphasize time and again in this class is that better photographers are sometimes better because they take lots of photographs, and that gives you lots of choices. So normally what I'll do is I will take on my own computer the photographs that I'm working with, and I will use typically Photoshop Elements, or the tool that we will be using in this class, a free online tool called Pixlr, and I will actually do some manipulation on the photos. And we'll be starting on the photo editing part coming up in about 2 weeks. But so you're just seeing all these photos that I've just put up here, and I've put every one of them up here. I don't usually do this, but I thought I'd be able to work on them on a trip I took subsequently. That didn't really work out, but anyway, that's what you're seeing. So let's see what else we've got. So this is my photo stream, and again, this is kind of organized the way I have it in terms of the photographs that I've most recently uploaded. One of the things that is really great about Flickr is that it helps you organize your photos, and I've got 22,000 of them, so I need some organization. So one of the things that you can do is you can use what they call sets. And so I can create sets that will allow me to put photographs into those sets so that I can access them in some manner that's sort of consistent. One of the things I've been doing is I have actually been, for a long time now, kind of organizing my photographs by sort of geography. Now, these first few are not geographic in any sense. This is the collection of all the photographs that I recently uploaded that really don't have anything to do with anything in particular. They're just the ones I recently uploaded. So I didn't even title that set. This is a set that I'll spend some time with you in, where I do these watercolor effects. And so I like to kind of use my Mexican nickname Lorenzo on this, so watercolors by Lorenzo. I have a set specifically for our dog, Flynn Rider, the Welsh Corgi, and then I have a set here called Facebook Covers. And this will be one of the exercises that we're going to do later. Many people use Facebook, and with Facebook you can create what they call the cover, and that's sort of a background banner thing. And so I've just created lots of Facebook covers that I let people use if they want to, or I can change them as I want. There's a very specific size to them. And so that's going to be kind of the exercise we'll do, is working within that. Let me go back to view all sets here. And now we're getting into the kind of geographical thing. And so I started with international stuff. So here's the Caribbean, and within that is the Bahamas. Here's England, and there's a couple of different sets here from England. Here's Mexico, and there's some sets within Mexico. Here's Alabama, and I spent 3 years working at Sneed State and traveled around Alabama and took a lot of photos. So I have over 4,000 photos of Alabama right here. And then I have some from specifically Montgomery and some from the Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, then California. So you kind of get the idea. So these are sort of state by state, but if there's a lot within a particular state, I may have created a set specific to that location. So here's Texas, and here's Austin, Texas. Here's Tennessee, and within Tennessee, I actually come down here because I got a lot of Chattanooga sets. So you can see these are all Chattanooga related. So by the way, down here are my Sneed pictures. So if you want to go in and look at the set, I think I have a total, there it is, about 3,400 photographs of Sneed State Community College. So that's the sets thing. There's also a way, if you see photographs, you can kind of click on them and favorite them. I don't do a whole lot of that, to be honest, but it's something you can do if you want. So here's, again, my total of sets is 167 sets. Well, that kind of helps me because I can find stuff quickly. Now, let's go to some of the other features on this U thing. One feature that they have is you can place your photographs on a map. I kind of got into that for a while, but it's kind of difficult to do and keep up with, so I kind of gave up on that. But it's sort of interesting, and you can also see other photographs that people have put on the map. This recent activities will tell you what people have done with some of the photographs. So for example, here is a photograph of the Incline Railway that I took recently, and here are some comments or activities. So one of my contacts, Southern Breeze, added this as a favorite, and then she also said, well done, and she likes the shot, which is nice. And here's another comment from her. Here are some shots that I took at Vassar College in New York, state of New York, that this person has favorited. And here's some from Kenyon College, and a lot of people favorited these. So it's just going to kind of tell you what people are doing with your photos. Flickr lets you control what people can do with your photos completely. including not seeing them. So all those first ones that I showed you in the set called Untitled, you can't even see them because those are private. They're just me. So you wouldn't even see those photos until I let you see them. Another thing that is tremendous about Flickr that I really like is this statistics feature. And this will give you a daily aggregation of views on your photos. Now, I am just frankly kind of amazed, but I'm creeping up on 1 million views of my photos. Just a few weeks ago, I had 900,000, and I've been having tremendous activity lately. So this is like yesterday, and I had 1,700 views yesterday. A few days before that, I had 2,400 views, and this is really pretty staggering. And just today, right now, as I'm doing this, there's over 1,000. Now, we can go to each specific day, and then what you'll see is like yesterday, I had a huge number of hits, views on this one photograph of our dog, Flynn Rider. And so this shows you there really wasn't any activity until, well, there were 14 somewhere way back here. But yesterday, for some reason, and it's probably because somebody put it on Pinterest or something like that, there's a huge spike up here. And so here's the photo itself. And that's our dog, Flynn Rider, when he was a little puppy. And, you know, you got to admit, it's a very cute shot right there. Now, very good, Flynn. Thank you. So let's go back to our stats. And so you can see this is sort of numerically what the most photographs were seen. Now once you get past this one really huge number up here, you can see that, you know, some of these are just like 6 views per photo, but when you've got 20,000 plus photos, it adds up. So that's why I'm getting this huge number. But I love this kind of way you can track how that's going for you. Let's jump over here to contacts, and we can see these are photographs from my contacts. Here's a list of my contacts, and you know, I have a kind of an odd list, and I don't really promote this heavily, but people do want to kind of keep in touch with what I'm doing, and I'm fine with that. Some of these photographs are more or less professional photographs, so I'm putting a lot of them up there that relate to higher education and community colleges. So for example, here's Butler Community College in Kansas is following me, or is a contact with me, and the New Media Consortium down here is too. But some of these other people are just people that I know. For example, here's my niece Candace, who's contacted me as well. So I can see photographs of contacts. I can send invitations to people to be contacts. So it is very much like a social media kind of thing. Communities is a different term that they're now using, but it used to be called groups. And this is a really nice thing about Flickr, is that there are these different groups, and there are groups that you can actually create as well. So I've created and I administer 14 separate groups. For example, I created a Sneed State Community College Flickr group. I created one for the Boaz Chamber of Commerce here. I created one for the Sneed State Digital Media Club. So these aren't getting a lot of activity in particular. The ones that are really getting some activity are these two right here at the beginning. And it started with this one right here. And I had this idea of trying to collect photographs of Chattanooga, Tennessee. And so I started this group that I called 100,000 Photographs of Chattanooga. And if you were a Flickr member, you can click here and upload your photographs to Flickr. That will go directly into this group. Now, none of these photographs that we're looking at here would be appropriate because they're Seattle, Washington, and they're also private. If you remember, I told you I set that where only I can see it right now. So the group thing is cool. You can also have discussions going on. So what do you think is Chattanooga's most interesting place to photograph? And another thing that Flickr does is it lets you tag the photographs just like you tag pictures in Facebook. You can tag photographs with different words. So obviously in the Chattanooga group, the word Chattanooga would come up pretty high. That's a look. Here's the cover specifically for the photographs of Chattanooga, and I use this as an icon over here. So on the Explore area, there's collections and recent photos and things like that that you can look at. Quite honestly, I don't do anything in here. There's a Flickr blog down here that has some information of interest occasionally, but I actually prefer to use the search area over here. If I want to find something, I'm going to search in something like Coleman, Alabama, and here we are looking at photographs of Coleman. So the search function is really a key thing. Now you can also do this thing down here called advanced search, and I think this is really important. It lets you kind of refine your search. One of the things that we all need to be careful about in terms of the internet is what's appropriate for young children. So you can have younger people search on Flickr, but you can do a safe search. There really isn't, that I've ever seen, any serious pornography, but there may be some, let's say, artistic photographs that may have representations of the body or something like that just wouldn't be appropriate for certain ages, or other people have feelings about that. So that's an option you can do. I think the most important thing down here is this thing called Creative Commons. And Creative Commons is a process for determining how people can use your, not just photographs, it actually extends to all intellectual property. So if you wrote a song, or if you had a poem or a book or whatever, you can use the Creative Commons method to do what's called licensing. And licensing will let people understand how they can use, in the Flickr case, images. So this is what I would typically have my photographs. I call it attribution non-commercial share-alike license, which means people can basically use my photos, any of them that have this set of Creative Commons icons, as long as they don't try to make money on them, like reselling my photos. That wouldn't be appropriate. And this attribution means that if it gets into a book or maybe a website, if it's possible, I would prefer to have attribution. That means it would have something like photograph from Lawrence G. Miller, which is kind of what I prefer to do. But it doesn't always work that way. But because I do let people use my photos, that's one of the reasons I have so many views. And I've had photos that have been used in the Wall Street Journal, in the Chronicle of Higher Education, a number of blogs, 7, 8, 10 books, and a number of print publications otherwise. Enough of the kind of legal aspects, but I do want you to understand that you have a lot of control with this. Now, there's two more things I want to try and get to because this is getting kind of long. First is the upload process. And this is really simple because what you do for uploading is you can go to your area of your computer that has pictures, and you can simply select an image and just drag it over here and drop it off, and there it is. And this is actually a picture of a very small lizard that appeared in a bathtub that I grabbed and put into a bowl and took a photograph of him. But right here I can add tags. So if I wanted to add the tag lizard or something else, I can do that. If there are people in it, I can put their name on it. I can assign it to particular sets. And here's my set list here. So if I wanted to just put it into this unrestricted thing, which nobody's going to see but me, I can do that. And here's the owner settings. And again, I've got attribution non-commercial down here. And it says visible to everyone. It's not checked because I'm putting it into a group right now that is not visible. So we do that, and we click on upload photo, and we upload to PhotoStream, and here it goes, and there it is. That's all it took. So upload is very simple. You can either choose the photos by going to your place on your computer, or you can literally just open up the appropriate folder and drag the image over and upload it. So that is how simple it is to send photos to Flickr. Now, I want to go to one more area, and that is what used to be called the organizer, but now it's just called organize. Here, I can do various things. I can edit the photos to a certain extent. So when I say edit, I can add titles and descriptions and things like that here. I can also rotate it, which at this stage would be kind of strange, but I can change the permissions. Again, there's the safety issue and who can see it, that type of thing. I can edit the date that I sent it up. I can add people. I can add tags again. I can add it to a set, I can add it to a group, or I can put it on the map. So let's just create a new set that we'll just call test new set, save, and lo and behold, here's all my sets again, and I've got this new set up here. So that's what the organizer will do for you. And again, you go to it right here under the U. And what is good is you can do a bunch of things. Like you can put all those up there. You can get rid of them. You can also go into your area and you can choose by date. Or let's say we wanted to add tags to all of the Stonehenge pictures. Here's all my Stonehenge pictures. I'm going to click select all. There they all. They're all up there right now. And now I can go in and I can add a tag of some sort. I've probably already got all the tags I need in here, but I just want to show you that. Okay, so back to my photo stream. And contacts, groups, explore, upload, Flickr. One thing it does do when you go to your logon is it will greet you with some strange language sometimes. It's just kind of a goofy thing they do. But anyway, that is Flickr, and I want you to dive in here and create a group. Now, not a group rather, but I will create a group for us that we can share our photos in. What I do want you to do is to understand that you don't have to pay Flickr to do some of this stuff. There is a free version, and you get plenty of space, and you'll be able to do most of the things that you'd want to do without paying anything. They just recently changed their structure on payments, and I'm not honestly all that familiar with it, but you can certainly find that. By the way, here's where they're greeting me with this strange language. You can get into the help area here and find some things that might be useful to you through their pretty robust kind of questions and answers type things, including if you wanted to report abuse, if you want to get rid of your account, even if you have an idea. And otherwise, it's pretty helpful, but you can also find a lot of information just simply by Googling the question and getting answers that way as well. So that is Flickr. I hope you enjoy it. I think it's a really awesome tool, and we will be using it in this class to a certain extent. So there you have it.